Welcome to our channel Minutes audiobook. Today we gonna see The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, book. Please subscribe for more videos. Let's see. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins chapter by chapter, but I can certainly give you a more condensed overview while still offering the essence of each chapter. The core concept of the book revolves around using a simple technique, counting backward from 5 to 1, to break through hesitation, push yourself into action, and overcome fear and procrastination. Below is a chapter-by-chapter summary of the book. Introduction: The Power of 5 Seconds. Mel Robbins introduces the 5-second rule, a simple but powerful tool to interrupt your brain's default habit of procrastination. She explains that, by counting backward from 5, you can silence the voice of hesitation and self-doubt that often prevents us from acting. The introduction sets up the premise of using the countdown to break free from inertia, move past fears, and create a new pattern of behavior. Chapter 1: The Science of Decision-Making. Robbins explains that your brain is naturally wired to protect you from discomfort and failure, which often leads to hesitation and procrastination. The 5-second rule works by interrupting this automatic response. By focusing on a simple countdown, 5-4-3-2-1, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and action. This quick action creates a sense of agency and reduces the tendency to procrastinate. Chapter 2: The Power of Action. This chapter emphasizes that action is the key to breaking through self-doubt and fear. Robbins argues that without action, even the best ideas remain stagnant. She shares personal stories of how she used the 5-second rule to overcome her own struggles, such as a period of depression and lack of motivation. By taking action, even when she didn't feel like it, Robbins saw her life begin to shift. Chapter 3: How the 5-second rule works. In this chapter, Robbins explains how the 5-second rule can be used in different situations, from simple tasks like getting out of bed to more challenging ones like public speaking. The countdown triggers a mental shift, forcing your brain to focus on the present moment and push past hesitation. The rule also takes advantage of our brain's preference for clarity and certainty, making it easier to make quick decisions and take action without overthinking. Chapter 4: The Countdown and its Effect on Motivation. The 5-second rule activates motivation by making the brain move from the thinking phase to the doing phase. Robbins explains that motivation often follows action, not the other way around. This chapter dives into the neuroscience behind the countdown process and how it primes the brain for action. The countdown essentially hacks your brain, allowing you to override fears and doubts that would otherwise paralyze you. Chapter 5: Overcoming Fear and Self-Doubt. Fear and self-doubt are two of the biggest barriers to taking action, and Robbins discusses how the 5-second rule can help break the cycle of negative thinking. She explains that the more you wait or hesitate, the more your mind can come up with reasons not to act. The countdown acts as a psychological tool to stop this process, forcing you to take immediate action and reduce the power of fear. Chapter 6: Building Confidence Through Action. This chapter is focused on how taking consistent, small actions builds confidence. Robbins explains that you don't need massive changes to make a difference. By using the 5-second rule to take action on small goals, you build momentum, which in turn builds your confidence. The rule helps you overcome the "I'll do it later" mentality, which often leads to missed opportunities and feelings of inadequacy. Chapter 7: How the 5-second rule helps with procrastination. Procrastination is often a result of a fear of failure or overwhelm. Robbins shows that the 5-second rule helps counteract this by interrupting the procrastination cycle. The countdown acts as a simple decision-making tool that helps you overcome feelings of indecision. Robbins provides real-life examples from people who have used the rule to accomplish tasks they would typically procrastinate on, like working out or tackling a difficult project. Chapter 8: The Role of the 5-second rule in Creating New Habits. Creating new habits can be difficult, but Robbins argues that the 5-second rule is an effective way to start. By using the countdown to push yourself into action, you can begin to form new habits without relying on motivation alone. Robbins discusses how she applied the rule to form healthier habits in her life, like exercising regularly and avoiding distractions. She also shares success stories of others who have used the rule to create lasting change in their lives. Chapter 9, The 5-Second Rule and Stress. Stress is another major barrier to action. Robbins explains that the 5-second rule can help you manage stress by breaking your automatic response to anxiety and fear. The countdown forces you to focus on the present moment, which helps to reduce feelings of stress and worry. Robbins provides advice on how to use the rule in high-pressure situations, such as before a big presentation or a difficult conversation. Chapter 10, The Ripple Effect of Action. Once you start taking action, Robbins argues, the effects can ripple out into other areas of your life. The simple act of using the 5-second rule to push through hesitation can lead to a more proactive and empowered mindset. Robbins discusses how small changes can lead to larger transformations, citing examples from people who've used the rule to improve relationships, careers, and personal well-being. Chapter 11, Overcoming Resistance to Change. In this chapter, Robbins explores the internal resistance that often prevents people from making changes. This resistance can take the form of fear, doubt, or comfort with the status quo. The 5-second rule helps break down this resistance by creating a sense of urgency. Robbins explains that when you count backward, you force your brain to stop overthinking and act immediately, overcoming resistance in the process. Chapter 12, The Power of Starting. This chapter is all about the importance of starting, no matter how small the action may seem. Robbins emphasizes that taking the first step, often the hardest, can lead to progress and momentum. She discusses how people often wait for the perfect moment to start something new, but the reality is that the best time to start is now. Using the 5-second rule, you can create that momentum and begin the journey toward change. Chapter 13, Applying the 5-second rule to big goals. In this chapter, Robbins discusses how to apply the 5-second rule to larger goals and aspirations. Big goals can often feel overwhelming, but the rule helps break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Robbins provides strategies for staying focused and breaking down large projects into smaller, actionable steps that you can take immediately. Chapter 14, How to Use the 5-Second Rule for Leadership. Leadership requires the ability to make quick decisions, overcome doubts, and take action in high-pressure situations. Robbins explains how the 5-second rule can be applied to leadership, helping you make confident decisions, inspire others, and lead by example. She shares stories of leaders who have used the rule to push through self-doubt and lead more effectively. Chapter 15, Putting It All Together. The final chapter of the book brings everything together, reinforcing the idea that action is the key to personal growth and success. Robbins encourages readers to implement the 5-second rule daily and embrace the power of taking small, consistent action. Conclusion. Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule is a practical, actionable guide to overcoming procrastination, fear, and self-doubt. The book provides a simple yet powerful method for initiating action and breaking the cycle of hesitation that often holds people back from achieving their goals. Through personal stories, neuroscience, and real-world examples, Robbins shows that the key to success often lies in simply starting, and the 5-second rule is the tool that can make that happen. This summary highlights the key points from each chapter, providing you with an overview of how the 5-second rule works and how it can be applied in different areas of your life. The book is designed to motivate and empower readers to take immediate action and make lasting positive changes. Thank you for watching our Keep support. For more audiobook videos, make sure like, comment and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.